The brother's gonna work it out. 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 The brother's gonna work it out.
Hi everyone, this is a vlog for the 26th of April 2010. And it's a couple of things. One is that I'm about 2 clicks away from buying a Canon 550D. Kim's in the kitchen just now, so she doesn't know I'm about to do it. But it's in the basket already on Amazon. And I'm just like, oh, do I not? Oh. I might just hold off. I might just hold off until I actually go to Japan, because that's the main time I'm going to use the camera. I'm also going to have to buy myself some memory cards, some high spec memory cards, because it's SD. All my other cameras are CF cards, compact flash, and the Canon 550D does SD cards. And so, do any of you know what speed of SD card do I need to use to be able to get the 1080 30p video footage? I'm thinking, like, although they all say, oh, you can have, you know, 100 or 333 times speed memory card, you probably don't need that fast stuff. So if any of you got any tips of the cheapest memory cards you can get, which will be fast enough to be able to take in all the memory of, I think it's like 1 gigabyte in 5 minutes, which I'm sure most of these SD cards can do really easily. And I'm also going to get the adapter ring, which is costing about £20, so I can put my Nikon lenses onto the Canon camera. What I found out is that the Canon 550D is actually able to take in something called sdxc. Normally it's sdhc for high capacity, but there's this thing called XC, which isn't out yet, I don't think, but it's like the future of SD cards. Some of you may know about this, but it's, if we have a little look at it here, this is kind of what it's telling you about, the sdxc. So on an SD card, they're saying in the future we're going to be able to get terabytes worth of information onto it, which is pretty unbelievable. What does it say here? It's saying that it can do speeds of 104 megabytes per second, and it could potentially go up to 300 megabytes a second from an SD card. And that currently the stuff that's going to come out is going to be around about the 64 gigabytes, but it can go up to 2 terabytes. That's the level of technology. It's the 3rd generation of SD cards, and they're saying it can potentially do 2 terabytes worth of information on an SD card, which is like bigger than like all my hard drives put together. For example, just now, one of the hard drives I'm using is this one, which is 1 terabyte, and that's the size of it. Imagine all of that packed into an SD card. That'd be nuts. Yeah, so the normal sdhc card looks like I can get 16 gigabytes for £18, which is amazing. I'm just wondering if that speed would be fast enough for the Canon 550. Also, I've been looking at some video footage on Flickr and Vimeo and stuff like that people have been using with their 550D, and it just looks so lovely. No matter what lens they're using, it looks great. And so many people leave comments below saying, oh damn, if you want a camera that does HD movie recording, why don't you get a video camera? Well, actually, there's a great thing called the Great Camera Shootout, which Zacuto, which is this company that puts things on the back of your camera so it looks like a bigger camera, I don't know. They've done this great research and in-depth testing of all the different DSLR cameras compared to the film cameras. And if you go on to, I'll put the link down below, there's a bit where you can see the Nikon D3S at ISO 10,000 and see how much that lights one person's face just with one lighter when he's holding it away from him. And also it shows you the comparison of the D3S compared to the Canon 4D Mark II, whatever it is. Canon 1D Mark IV, that's what it is. And you can see that the 1D looks a lot crapper compared to the Nikon. So there, I was just thinking, maybe I should get a Nikon D3S. So when I was thinking about that is, because I'm going to Japan, I thought, right, Nikon is Japanese, it's probably going to be cheaper. One of the big camera shops in Japan is called Bic Camera. Although I'd probably never buy from them, because there's this great camera shop which I bought all my stuff from when I was in there before, which is in a place called Denden Town in Osaka, and it's really good. Anyway, Bic Camera, I looked on their website, and they're selling a Nikon D3S for 558,000 yen. And I was like, oh, okay, what does that mean? And I went into the exchange rates, and it's actually £3,800, which is actually more than what the D3S is selling for in the UK. Now, I don't quite understand, how does a camera company in Japan cost more after it's been transported all the way across the world, and there's been the exchange rate differences, and you've added on import tax, and the fact that we've got VAT, which is at 17.5% compared to Japan, which only has like a 5% consumption tax, which is effectively VAT. How come we are still cheaper than Japan? Anybody able to explain that one to me at all? I think that's just bonkers. Maybe that's just Bic Camera having the prices a little bit higher than expected. But for example, on the camera shops here, it's around about 3,500. 5, 6, 7, 8, that's about £300 difference, which is about an extra 10% almost. So yeah, so that's another thing is, so I think my real plan is to get the Canon 550D for videos whenever I go to Japan, and then whenever the Nikon D700 replacement comes out, go and get that, instead of spending all the money on a D3S and not having the cool fast frames of 60 frames a second, which would be really cool. So, so yeah, that's my little vlog for Monday, the April 2010. Hope you help. Please give me your info and check the links down below for all the other stuff. Cheers, bye.